Hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel, Jen Joy Plans. Today I have a plan with me using this adorable kit from Sugar Pop Fizz called Hello Pumpkin, I believe is the name. So sorry, you just heard my dog sneeze. Anyways, this kit is so stinking adorable. I love the teal for fall and just like the bright, bold, like fall colors. I am here for it. So that is what we're using today. A couple shops use this art. Actually, more shops than normal use this art set, which I was pumped about. But it's like this artist is easily becoming one of my favorite artists. I love what she does, and I feel like some of her art sets are like go under the radar and they get missed. So I was thrilled that this one was kind of like being used by various shops, and even Scribble Prints Co. used this art set, which that's like impressive because I feel like she doesn't stray too far from her usual set whatchamacall artists. So yeah, anyways, a long story long, this was a good fall week. I wasn't sure if my grade was going to get to go to the pumpkin patch this week, but we ended up not being able to make it work. We just have like, my new school is really big, like really big. So we have 5 first grade classes and they are like, they're full. It's not like smaller class sizes or anything, but yeah. So I have come to grips that it's a lot harder to get stuff done in like a team of 5 compared to my other school where it's been a team of 2 for my grade level. So like things were just like moving real fast when it was just me and one other girl, especially because the other girl that I was working with was like super efficient, and like her and I were, like when you and your coworkers can like just speak your own language kind of thing. I mean, not really, but you're just so in sync, and that was us. So that has been definitely an adjustment. Switching schools is just kind of learning that, and then being on a bigger team, you have more people's opinions. And like just more people's time scale. So like things just don't move as fast. But yeah. Long story long, did not end up going to the pumpkin patch. I don't know why I gave that big explanation, but clearly I must have needed to vent about it. But we were supposed to host my husband's family over to celebrate one of his cousin's birthdays. That ended up falling through, which is kind of a bummer. So in my pre-plans I don't know, this like side of his family, it's like a different set of cousins, I guess you could say, and they are known to be pretty flaky, which sounds so bad. Like nobody can get offended by this, but yeah, so I don't know. I put a character sticker to mark the girl's birthday that we were celebrating, but I didn't write anything in the box because I just knew. I didn't know, but like I just kind of had this feeling that like it could happen because it just tends to happen. So again, sounds bad, but like if you know, you know. Yeah. So you'll see in my pre-planning that I mark a little birthday birthday character sticker, and then you'll see when we skip to the end that it will be gone and plans changed. So yeah. For my sidebar, I use that little October script from McPlans, which I'm just obsessed with. If you have not checked out, McPlans has new releases. They're not on new release sale anymore, but you can use my code JEN20 to save 20% off. And she has new scripts that are like combo scripts, so you can make like your own script sampler. It's literally amazing, genius. I love it. So it's like you could pick 2 different scripts. So let's say I wanted to do like 2 different friends that I regularly hang out with, but like I don't necessarily need a full page of like hanging with one friend's name. Like I don't need a whole page that says hang with Ashley because I don't see her as often, but maybe I want to split and say half of this sheet I want to say hang with Bryn, half of it I want to say hang with Ashley. Those are just examples. You could also do, I'm planning on doing a sampler where I say half of it is bed bed early and then half of it is bed late, because I don't do those separately enough, but I feel like I mark it, I don't know. I feel like I want a script because it happens enough for that reason. It's like those medium scripts. They don't happen regularly, but like they happen enough, if that makes sense. I'm terrible at explaining. That's basically the gist of that. But I am just so excited. I'm going to do those 2 combos that I just told you. And then I think I'm going to do like a sampler. Some of the shows that I'm going through right now are Friday Night Lights and Below Deck, and I'm just not sure if I want to commit to a whole page because I don't know. I just don't know. So I'm going to do a sampler. You can also do a pick 3, which is awesome too, and they don't have to be the same theme. Like one of them could say like a restaurant name that you love, like Cactus, and then another one could say laundry, and then another one, can say whatever. And you can choose your font for each one. I will obviously be doing font 1 for the whole page, but if I wanted to spice things up, I could do like font 1 and font 2, which could also be cool. Now that I'm talking through this, I could do like a sampler with the same script, but it would be my chance to do 2 different fonts or 3 different fonts. Just lots of ideas. The world is your oyster with that new custom from McPlans. So definitely check out her Etsy shop. I have it always linked down below, and I'm just obsessed. So yeah, that was like all my brainstorming talk out loud. Welcome to the inside of my head. And let's move back to the stickers. A lot has happened. The date dots I added are from, I believe, Scribble Prints Co. But maybe they're not. I can't remember if they're the black ones or the gold ones. If they're the gold ones, then they're Caress Press. But if they're the black ones, then they are Scribble Prints Co. I genuinely can't see or tell. So sorry about that. I did add a little quote box overlay over the pumpkin on the sidebar. It says, "I teach sweethearts." And I had this little like overlay sampler or overlay quote from Planner Choco that I got for my back to school stuff. And I wanted to save a couple of the quotes to just sprinkle in when I saw best fit. And for some reason, like the kind of circular way that the script is displayed just felt so perfect for the pumpkin, so I cut it down so it was just like a square that I could perfectly place over that pumpkin in the girl's hand, if that makes sense. So it didn't line up that way if I were to just lay the overlay over, but I cut it to make it fit, and I just think it looks so cute. And then the little pumpkin overlay is from Planet Hannah from the fall sampler from last year, 2 years ago. I don't remember. And then, and it's in gold. And then the box that I added in the middle of the sidebar is actually from a printable kit from a couple weeks ago. I just needed one more box to make it 10. And, I felt like the colors and vibe matched, not perfectly, but good enough. So I'm happy with that. And then in a second, I will lay down my school scripts, which is always from McPlans, which I actually need to restock on. And then the backpacks are from Carly Plans in her new October colorway, which I ordered like October 1st. And so I already got mine in. And if you have not checked it out and you are a fan of doodles, I highly, highly, highly recommend you check out her October colorway because it's all shades of brown and then like one shade of like orangey chestnut brown and then one shade of kind of cream. It's literally perfection. I just knew it was going to be great. So I ordered a lot of like my favorite, most used doodles, and I honestly am thinking about double dipping this month and going back and getting more because it's just so perfect. So I'm using some of the brown backpacks in this kit, and I know I'm going to pull out some more brown backpacks in a couple weeks for another kit. So it's just perfect because her assorted sampler is great, but it doesn't include a brown, and this is just like a full sheet of different shades of brown. It's just magical. It's just, yeah. I can't say enough. So yes, you will see that. And I pull in a lot of those like brown, shades of brown doodles throughout this week from that order that I placed. So it was just perfect timing. You can see I haven't laid down my bottom washi yet because I was really conflicted on what I wanted to do. I ended up pulling in, you're going to see me like think through it. Okay, hear me out. This is a teal and it matches the teal perfectly, which when you are pulling on washi, like leftover washi strips from your collection, you know how hard it is to find a perfect match from a kit that was like a different kit. However, this actually matched so perfectly, and I know that it's supposed to be the pool, the waves. I think it's from the scuba diving kit, and I'm like, does it look too much like I'm trying to force summer, or does it just look like a cool pattern? So I was really conflicted about that, and then I had this pink Simply Gilded washi sampler that was the perfect shade of pink, and it had gold bows. I'm like, that could work. You might see me try to do that in a minute. I think I was trying to compare the two, but if you know me, you know I'm just not a pink person. So pink, even if it's the best fit, I'm almost always gonna say no to it. So yeah, there I'm comparing and I'm like, but yeah, that was just too much pink. I had to put the light pink on Thursday, and then for the sidebar, just to kind of minimize it as much as I could. But the teal, like I said, it was so perfect. And I figured once I put like a fall foil overlay, it would help balance it out and just look like a cool kind of tie-dye pattern in the back, not waves. And I think that's what happened. So I'm happy with my choice. I love the teal. Any chance to bring in more of that teal, I am a fan of. Like I said, these colors are just so perfect. So I was going to plan on doing like a little this or that for this plan with me, but I think I don't have time. But I might answer a couple fall questions really quick. Okay, the first one is apple pie or pumpkin pie, and 100% apple pie. I'm not a pumpkin person. Definitely not a pumpkin pie person. I could get behind like a pumpkin bread or pumpkin muffin, but not a pumpkin pie. And even just looking at it, it just like kind of low-key grosses me out. I'm so sorry to all the pumpkin pie lovers, but that is my opinion and I'm going to stand by it. Okay, the next question is foggy morning or rainy night, and 100% rainy night. I hate driving in the fog in the morning. I hate driving in the dark. I hate driving, period. I hate driving in the morning, period. But if it's a foggy morning, brutal. Or if it's a rainy morning, honestly, it's all bad. But if it's at nighttime and I'm just in the comforts of my own home, that is fantastic. The only downside is having a dog and having to wipe off her furry paws, but I will deal with that versus driving. All right, the next question is warm sweater or cozy blanket, and definitely cozy blanket for me. Warm sweater seems nice in theory, and they're always so cute, but they only last like for my morning staff meeting because of my job. It's 100% because of my job. If I had an office job, it would probably be perfect. But because I teach primary, I am up, down, all around. Like I am never sitting. Like most of the time I don't even get to sit for my lunch break because I have to go run and like do my errands around school, making copies, going to meetings, all that stuff. So yeah, the sweaters never last very long. So even sometimes in the winter, it's like I gotta have a short sleeve underneath in order to make a sweater work, or yeah, it's just brutal. So definitely cozy blankets. When I can just be at home, I'll cozy it up. And then the last question I think I have time for is cinnamon scent or pie scent. And I definitely don't like spicy scents. Like the cinnamon is just not my vibe. Although I did get a couple scents or like melts from Black Magic Melts that have some cinnamon in it, and that's typically fine as long as it's not like the main one. I don't know. I'm just not like a kind of spicy scent gal, but I love bakery scents. So apple pie, whatever pie, those types of scents, those are fantastic. Or like donut scents, like any of that. If you have any like scent recommendations or shops that I should check out, I don't buy frequently, but I like to have like a little list going. So let me know if you have any recommendations or any favorites. I do love Black Magic Melts, so if you have not checked them out, definitely go check them out. Fantasy Wax Melts is great as well. But yes, let me know any kind of like scent recommendations. And that is pretty much it for my pre-planning. I think I'm adding in something we have planned for Sunday night. I did end up marking in on Tuesday that my dog has a vet appointment, and that little dog is from McPlans. It's so cute. My favorite too. And that little sticker is from McPlans as well that I put on Sunday. So that's my pre-planning. Let's skip to the end. All right, here is the finished spread. I adore how this came out. Feels good to be back. Well, I guess last week I color blocked. I'm like confused on my weeks. 2 weeks ago I didn't color block, but like I just look so good. It feels so good to be back color blocking, and I just love how this turned out. I love this little moment up here. It was super cute. This week was a really fun week in some ways, and then also not. We had really bad wildfires near, not super near, but like we were getting all the smoke this week. So we had almost every day was indoor recess all day, which was honestly a teacher's worst nightmare. But you know, the air quality was just not good, not worth risking it. I totally like, I get it, but it came with a lot of like extra lovey moments with the kids and a lot of extra like cooped up just like energy that needed to get out, and that wasn't able to get out. But overall it was good. I feel like I was just exhausted. I just realized I never even filled in something there, so that's cool. My Carly Plants order came just in time because these little like brown accents for this, I feel like just made this spread. It just made it. But yeah, overall it was a good week. I worked late a lot. Like really late on Friday, which was not that fun. Then I fell asleep with the dog on the couch, which is pretty typical, and then had a fun day on Saturday with my mom, hanging out and like going to a school event. And yeah, overall, oh yeah, Christmas movie started, so I broke out my little like reindeer onesie from McPlans, which I just feel like is so perfect because it fits the like fall vibes with the brown, but it's festive. So yeah, overall it was a great week, and I love how the spread turned out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye everyone.